welcome back. So today's reading video is a bit like last week's video, where we are going to reciprocal read some song lyrics, which is quite a nice change. It's something that's exciting. So this week we are going to reciprocal read the song called Pompeii by the band Bastille. It's a really great song. My class like listening to it while we're getting on with some of our work, so I thought it'd be quite nice to have a look at the lyrics. Okay, so before we start, you actually need to know a little bit of information about Pompeii and the volcano Vesuvius. So on the screen is just a tiny little bit of information. So pause the screen, have a read, just so that you get a bit of background understanding about what the song's about. Be a lot better if you on the screen now are the lyrics to the song. It will actually be a lot better if you listen to the song first. So down below in our video is the link that you can follow to find it, or actually in the top right hand part of your screen now you should see a little notification that comes up. You can press on that and it will take you straight through. Once you've listened to the song, don't forget to come back and get back to this part in the video again. So if you're back, you can press pause and have a read through the lyrics to the song that you've just heard, and then we'll go through some of the words in there that is a little bit complicated. Might do. It just moved out is the first phrase, I was left to my own devices. Now that's a saying. If you're being told that you're being left to your own devices, it doesn't mean that you're being left to play on your mobile phone, although it might do. It just means that you're being left alone, that you're doing things your own way. The next word that I've picked out is tumbling. So much like Mr. Incredible's there, he is causing the wall to tumble down because he has pushed through it. The next word that I've picked out is optimist. So if you have a look on the right hand side of your screen, you have got a glass of milk which looks very sad, but actually when he's reflected in the water he looks really happy. That's almost a bit like another saying, which is whether you're a glass half full or a glass half empty kind of person. If you're an optimist, you're a glass half full kind of person, which means that you always see the bright side of everything. You always think of things in a positive way. The next word that I've picked out is vices. So a vice is a bit like having a bad habit. So just like, as you can see the video there, SpongeBob is biting his nails, that's quite a bad habit that you could have. And then the next word is pose, and as you can see that really cute little girl in the corner, she is taking a pose for her photo, so it's all about the way that you look to other people. So if you're doing something that's considered to be a sin, it means that you're making the wrong decision and you are doing something bad. Pause the screen, and once you have done, if you press play, we will have a go at. Pause the screen, and once you have done, if you press play, we will go through all of the answers together. As we were going through the song lyrics, what does it mean if you're left to your own devices? It means that you're being left on your own to look after yourself, to do what you want, to play with your own things, anything along those lines. Number 2, what is happening in the song? So you can tell me anything along the lines of something's going wrong, the planet isn't looking after itself. If you're linking it back to this idea of Pompeii, you could talk about the eruption of the volcano, so things are starting to go bad for the people. Anything to do with basically heading towards a disaster. Number 3, from whose perspective is the song being sung? From the narrator or the person who's writing it, or you could say from the singer's perspective. Number 4, how does the narrator feel? Now again, worried is not the only adjective that you could have there. You could have nervous, upset, angry, any of those words, as long as you've explained why. So he knows that things are going wrong, he's not happy about the way that people have treated the planet, of treating each other, he's not happy about what's going on around him, anything along those lines. And number 5, how do they cope with what's going on around them? By closing their eyes and pretending that nothing is happening. And that, because that is a line from the song, but if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? So he's basically saying that they're kind of ignoring what's going on. So if you've not put closing their eyes and pretending, but you've put ignoring what's happening, that's absolutely fine too.